Good morning. Amazing how fewer people are here at Mass than yesterday, right? With all your many friends that were here yesterday. I was surprised that the noon Mass was quite full. I threatened that we wouldn't have another noon Mass if people didn't come to it. And the 7 o'clock Mass was full. It was in Spanish. Many of the gringos came to Spanish Mass and learned Spanish. And everybody came to Mass. And right here from the pulpit, I said, it's amazing how many people are here today, but that aren't on Sundays. There's something about Ash Wednesday that makes people, maybe it's that sense of Catholic guilt, where finally they say, I need to go to church, and then the next day, nothing, right? It's like so close to coming back, but then nothing. Jesus tells us, if anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily. Daily. Some of us know taking up our cross is even more than daily. It's frequently. It's embracing any suffering, like that bird that keeps flying into the window. Can someone go kill the bird, please? Oh, please. It's a bird. I'll let the cats out and let nature take care of it. Anyway, we're going to let the bird be the cross. But we're called to embrace suffering. We cannot attain heaven without suffering, right? Jesus had to suffer to open heaven to us. And so suffering is essential. We look for all sorts of ways in our lives to mitigate suffering, to make suffering go away, to try to prolong our lives and make ourselves more comfortable. We look at suffering as if it's the worst thing ever. We look at people towards the end of their lives, right? People in the hospital who maybe they have diabetes and other stuff going on. You know, they've got a foot amputated, and then gangrene sets in, and the rest of the leg gets amputated. And there's no family there to love them, and we're like, where's the mercy in this? Just senseless suffering, right? We should put them out of their misery. But we recognize that suffering brings about holiness. It's only through suffering that we can grow closer to Christ. If you think about people that play sports or that are in the arts, practice and rehearsal is necessary, right? Practice and rehearsal isn't always fun. Going to the gym to work out so that you can be healthy isn't fun. There's some people that think that it is fun, and there's something broken in their heads, I think. The people that like going to the gym rats that are there all the time. But we have to suffer in order to attain perfection, right? If we don't suffer well, we will never attain that perfection. If we don't allow Christ to perfect us in suffering, then we'll really know what suffering is. And so, as we begin this season of Lent, this campaign of Lent, right, as the opening prayer yesterday on Ash Wednesday said, campaign, like as in a military sense, we're going into battle. If we're going to go into battle, we have to take up our gear. We've got to carry all this stuff. It's heavy. Father Jack went on a hike with the Marine kids a couple of weeks ago, and one of the officers thought it'd be funny to give him the big, huge gun. What's the big machine gun called with the belt fed? Yeah, the M60. He had to carry that thing like on his neck. He said, it's not on your shoulders, it's on your neck. And it weighs a lot. And I was like, aren't you violating the Geneva Convention? He said, it's just training. So, but anyway, you got to carry your gear into battle. So Jesus tells us, take up your cross daily. Take up your cross daily. I've spoken about it before. Some of you are sitting next to your cross right now. Yeah. Right? That's okay. That's okay. You embrace your cross. You embrace the sufferings that come to you in life, and you allow Christ to perfect you. And so as we enter into this campaign of Lent, let us, through prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, recognize that God is calling us to holiness, and let us allow Him to lead us closer to His Father.